Good evening, and welcome to the annual TAKREEM America Awards Night, the American National Anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, dear friends, good evening. I'm Rida Fakhri, and it is a real pleasure to welcome you all to TAKREEM America's Awards Night. While I may not be with you in person this evening, I am most definitely with you in heart and spirit. I'm also very happy that I can join you, at least virtually. It feels like it was just yesterday that we kicked off this extraordinary journey together in Florida, brainstorming and building friendships under the palm trees and sunshine. Here we are today, a few eventful years later, and what a ride it's been. And no, I don't just mean the political soap opera that's playing out on Pennsylvania Avenue, just a few blocks away from where you're sitting, although that has been quite a show. But from the East Coast to the West Coast and back again, we've weathered storms, we've navigated headwinds, and occasionally found ourselves running on adrenaline, coffee, and sheer willpower. But every stop, every event, every conversation we've had has reaffirmed the reason why we are here. Because what connects us is far greater than what separates us. We've grown over the years, not just in numbers, but in conviction, in our mission and in our belief that excellence needs to be seen, heard, and celebrated. Whether you've been with TAKREEM America from the very beginning, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, welcome to a brief but necessary escape from email inboxes and deadlines. This is our pause, a moment to reflect, to reconnect, and to spotlight those rare individuals who have dared to carve out their own paths, and in doing so, have lit the way for others. As someone wise once said, the path to success isn't a straight line. It's a journey through waves and tides. It's up to us to steer the course. And tonight's laureates, well, they've done just that. They've steered, they've sailed, often against the odds, sometimes against the current, and always with a clarity of vision, purpose, passion, and that uniquely Arab American blend of creativity and heart. So yes, it is only fitting that this year, TAKREEM America gathers in the heart of Washington, D.C., a city that is, depending on the day, either peaceful or reflective, or chaotic and unpredictable. Trust me, I lived there a few years, and I've experienced both, often on the same day. Now, we're not here to talk politics, I'm sure you'll be glad to hear, but we are here to acknowledge the deep, proud legacy of Arab Americans who have shaped not only the course of this country, but the entire world in so many profound ways. Some gave us the iPhone. Others gave us the tools to study Earth from space. Some revolutionized heart surgery. And a few probably gave us the best hummus in town. And that is quite a legacy. So tonight, as we gather to honor a new class of changemakers, of visionaries, and community leaders, we remind ourselves of what TAKREEM truly stands for. The spirit of humanity and generosity, the resilience of those who rise, and the brilliance of those who also lift others with them. So sit back, be inspired, and prepare to meet this year's incredible honorees. They are the authors of their own stories. Tonight, we are privileged to read a few of the best chapters.
Never has it been more urgent to make our voices heard, to tell the world of our stories. Stories of courage and strength in the face of violence and cruelty. Stories of achievements, cultural, environmental, scientific, technological, and medical. Stories of innovation and entrepreneurship. Stories of community and hope.
I think TAKREEM does an incredible job at bringing the best and brightest together at a moment in time.
Throughout the past 15 years, TAKREEM has bore witness to the capability and strength of Arabs. It has honored and awarded more than 100 laureates from almost every Arab country.
I have gotten to meet the most extraordinary people from the Arab world and the diaspora, people who generally are not known to the public and are contributing to society in extraordinary ways.
TAKREEM bridges continents, from North Africa to the Middle East, from the Gulf to the Arab diaspora worldwide. With TAKREEM America, founded in 2019, we extended a special hand to a vibrant community overseas. As we continue to expand to new shores in Africa and even Australia,
I stand before you as a humble architect of connections, bridges that link immigrants to their heritage, bridges that bind us all under the common banner of humanity.
TAKREEM has grand plans for constructing bridges that can transcend the oceans of hatred.
With TAKREEM America being a platform for us to get together in a very large country like the United States, scattered, and have a more unified voice that can influence policy in the most powerful nation in the world.
I unfortunately had to leave Lebanon at a very, very young age, and TAKREEM has helped me reconnect back with my roots, with my culture, but most importantly, it's given me the opportunity to give back.
With its platform, TAK Minds, we have told thousands of stories of success and enlightenment.
The feeling of a community, of sourcing and culture, cannot be but very helpful. And I think TAKREEM is advancing that thing which many other cultures have been doing, the Asian cultures or the Jewish cultures or others.
Tonight, we put these stories under the spotlight. As many stories as there are dreams, as many dreams as there are dreamers, crossing oceans to build a better world.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 4th annual TAKREEM America Awards Gala here in the heart of Washington, D.C., a city in the center of national and global events. Tonight, we come together to honor extraordinary achievements, to celebrate Arab American excellence, and to recognize those who embody resilience, creativity, and the spirit of progress. A little bit about me. I'm Mimi Gergis. I'm a proud Coptic Egyptian American. I have the honor of being your MC tonight for this special evening. We immigrated to the United States in the 1970s, and my parents, who were journalists in Egypt, decided that in order to succeed in America, their children needed to either be doctors, pharmacists, or engineers. You're laughing, you know about the choices. I chose electrical engineering, but after 10 years, I turned to journalism and my true passion, to inform and engage and to amplify voices that inspire change. I've had the opportunity of hosting conversations on Sirius XM Radio, PBS, and currently on C-SPAN. It's a nonprofit TV network dedicated to presenting a nonpartisan and unfiltered view of government. Hosting tonight's gala is a unique privilege as we spotlight the incredible vision and impact of TAKREEM and its founder, Mr. Ricardo Karam. It was his vision that brought TAKREEM to life. Ricardo was also an engineer, a chemical engineer, and is now one of the most prominent media personalities in the Arab world. As a television presenter, producer, author, and advocate for Arab excellence, Ricardo has interviewed global icons, shining a light on the achievements of Arabs on the world stage, but also giving a voice to our shared human values and social change. TAKREEM was founded in 2009, and it's a platform that has become synonymous with celebrating excellence and building bridges and elevating Arab contributions to society. Tonight, we have the privilege of celebrating his vision and the inspiring individuals honored by TAKREEM America. Please welcome Ricardo Karam.
Masal khair. Good evening. Dear friends, my dear friends. It's spring in Washington, but today it's raining. Somehow that feels fitting because we're meeting at a time when the world is heavy with questions, with uncertainty, with fear. You feel it. I feel it. The headlines, the silence, the worry in people's eyes. But fear has never been what TAKREEM stands for. Not here, not in the States, not anywhere. TAKREEM is about something else entirely. It's about rising above, about building bridges instead of walls. It's about love, about empathy, about daring to dream, especially when the world tells us not to. I come to you from Lebanon, a land that has known more than its share of difficult days, a place where every family carries stories of hardship, of heartbreak, and of holding on, but also a place where behind every tear there is a mother whispering a prayer for her son. Behind every disappointment, a father clinging to hope for his family. Lebanon teaches us to stand tall with an open heart. It teaches you that even when the sky falls, you keep looking for the light. And yet, as I speak of Lebanon, I cannot forget that in just 2 days, we will mark 50 years since the start of its devastating civil war. April 13, 1975, a date etched in our memory. A war where nobody won and everybody lost. A war that left behind ruins, not just of buildings, but of trust, of unity, of shared dreams. Let us not forget, wars do not crown victors, they bury hope. They deepen wounds. They feed on hatred. And they begin with words, words of division, of fear. That is why, now more than ever, we must choose elevation. Elevation above conflict, about vengeance, above the temptation to see one another as less than a whole. We suffer from an incurable disease, which is hope, wrote Mahmoud Darwish. And maybe that's not a weakness, but a strength. It's what brings us here tonight. We are here tonight because we still believe. We believe that kindness matters, that dignity, tolerance, and compassion aren't old-fashioned. They are essential. That hope isn't something we wait for. It's something we create. As Amin Malouf reminds us, my true homeland is not a place, but a bond, a shared humanity. That is why we gather. This is our 4th year gathering in the United States of America. And each year reminds me why we do this. We do not come together for show. We come for something deeper, for the stories that unite us, for the people who inspire us, for the shared humanity that binds us no matter where we come from or what we look like. Whether you're black, white, Asian, Arab, or anything in between, it does not matter. What matters is that we are human. And when different voices come together with one heart, something beautiful happens. A choir, not a noise. So thank you. Thank you for coming from across America to be part of this night. Thank you for believing in this journey. Thank you for helping us keep the flame alive. The world breaks everyone, Ernest Hemingway once said. And afterwards, many are strong at the broken places. Tonight, we honor that strength. And because this evening, rain and all is more than just an event. It's quite an act of resistance, a celebration of those who heal, who build, who speak up when saying silent would be easier. It's a reminder that grace, justice, and the courage to care should never go out of season. Let us leave here with a renewed belief in human rights, in shared dignity, and the power of compassion over conflict. In a world constantly dividing, let us be the ones who choose to unite. Let us hold on to that together. Thank you.
It really is an honor to be here with you tonight. Let's begin the festivities with the first award, which will be for sustainability and environmental leadership. I'd like to invite for here to present the award are Mr. Razmik Buladian. He's TAKREEM America board member and private equity executive and co-founder of Rubicon Point Partners, and Mrs. Ani Vartanian, managing partner at Rubicon Point Partners. The awardee for this award is a global leader in addressing the critical challenges of water and energy security, food systems, and climate resilience. He is the founding figure behind the concept of the water, energy, food nexus, and has not only advanced scientific understanding as an academic, but has also crafted integrated strategies to address our planet's most pressing issues.
Nearly 1 billion people lack access to food. Inequity, variability in distribution, unsustainable consumption, climate change extremes, and non-stationarity are responsible for the threat.
In a world where more than 1/3 of our global freshwater resources are used for food production, water is essential to produce sufficient food.
The fact that you need energy to produce water, you need water to produce food. These systems are interlinked. One of the cities in Texas that is a prime example of the nexus is 1/3 of the water is going to industry, 1/3 is going to municipality, and 1/3 is going to agriculture.
The nexus is not a solution by itself. A nexus is a multiple iterative process that involves dialogue, that involves knowledge sharing, technology transfer.
A lot of the science developed in many of the farming community, if the context is about food security, is important. Indigenous knowledge needs to be promoted, and based on that, the ground is to look into adaptive technology for that. In the policy area, we should be in a position to provide science-based policy so that policymakers can make that informed decision.
We need more safely produced food that provide nutrition for people, more energy for minimal carbon.
Science and innovation will allow us to further build the science of precision irrigation.
We must work all together, inclusively and as a global community of science and practice, to support sustainable development and to affect a change to a new business model based on resource values that support human and ecosystem health.
Dr. Mahtar, are you here? Dr. Mahtar, thank you for your extraordinary contribution, your vision, your integrity, and tireless commitment to build a more sustainable world. On behalf of my name, TAKREEM, and most importantly, our kids, thank you very much. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm humbled to be here. As I stand in front of you, I remember all of those who helped coach me, teach me, starting from home, from my mother, the father, and all the teachers in school, in graduate, undergraduate degrees. I'd like to acknowledge one person in this room who has been next to me as a friend, as somebody who loved me, as somebody who cared. Samia, thank you. I'd like to leave you with one thought, with one reflection. I dedicated my life over the last 35 years as an educator to really promote knowledge, education, discovery, and raising the new generation. As we are all looking at AI and the booming AI system that will change the way we know life today and will change the future in all aspects of our life, I cannot compete as an educator with AI, with ChatGPT or whatever platform you use in terms of knowledge. They will provide you with more knowledge and for the young generation. So this message is for the young generation among us here today. As an educator, the added value that we provide is a holistic education. It's somebody that will carry ethics, will carry social responsibility, and will provide for the future, for a better life for the future. And that's not what the AI will provide you. I'd like to leave that because I see the fear that our education system is broken and we need to keep pushing to make it better and to make life better for the future generation. Thank you for this recognition. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Congratulations. Our next award is our first Lifetime Achievement Award for the evening. And to present the award, I'd like to invite Professor Dua Taha. She's TAKREEM America Advisory Board Member and Professor of Data Science, Analytics, and AI at Harrisburg University for Science and Technology. And Mr. Salah Brahimi, TAKREEM Foundation Nomination Board Member and President and CEO of Gray Matter International. Well, this Lifetime Achievement Award goes to a remarkable couple whose journey embodies their resilience and vision and generosity. He is originally from Palestine, overcame immense challenges to build a successful career as a professional engineer and entrepreneur, contributing to industries across the globe. She, with her Egyptian upbringing, has been a steadfast partner in their shared mission to uplift communities and foster opportunities for others. Together, they have dedicated themselves to philanthropy and advocacy, championing causes that empower marginalized communities and celebrate Arab heritage.
In a world fractured by loss, exile, and struggle, some stories remind us of the strength of love and the power of never giving up. Michael and Huda Kardouche are more than just a couple. They are a living testament to endurance, dignity, and unwavering hope. Michael was born in Nazareth, Palestine, in 1936. At just 12 years old, he lived through the Nakba, the Palestinian catastrophe of 1948. Forced to flee on foot, he began a long and difficult journey through Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Egypt, Germany, and Canada, before finally finding a home in the United States. But he never forgot where he came from. Huda was born in Cairo to Palestinian parents and raised with a deep love of learning and service. A graduate of the American University in Cairo, she later built a successful career in banking and earned her master's degree at the age of 52. When Michael and Huda met in 1966, a spark was lit that would guide them through decades of displacement, reinvention, and quiet triumphs. Together, they built a life anchored in their Christian faith, Arab identity, and deep compassion for others.
Huda and I, whenever we see anything Arabic and go in the right direction, whether even in music, medicine, education, day-to-day life of struggling people, we feel like a burden on our shoulder. We must come forward.
Michael established himself as an engineer, founding American Middle East Consulting Incorporated, while Huda thrived at Price Waterhouse. Their commitment to community was as strong as their professional pursuits.
I am very, very optimistic about our community in Houston over here. The attitude is changing about giving, about getting involved. And this is all those newer generations that are coming out.
In Houston, they became pillars of the Arab American community, supporting the Arab American Cultural and Community Center, the National Arab Orchestra, the Institute for Middle East Understanding, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and multiple churches in their hometown. They gave voice to their homeland through Michael's memoir, Enduring Journey, and invested in the future by uplifting education and cultural institutions. After their heartbreaking loss of their beloved son Paul to cancer, Michael and Huda transformed their grief into a force for good. They established and fully endowed the Paul Kardouche Memorial Endowed Lecture Series at the University of Houston, a platform that continues to foster meaningful dialogue on issues related to the Arab world and beyond. They also turned sorrow into opportunity, supporting the Leonard Education Organization, which secures scholarships for Palestinian students to attend colleges and universities around the globe. Today, Michael and Huda Kardouche continue to uplift and inspire, believing that education and culture can light the way forward. Their legacy of resilience, love, and service lives on through their son Mark and his family, a testament to the enduring power of faith, memory, and the love that binds us all.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank our beloved leader, Ricardo, and every person on his team for their relentless efforts to bring us together in these annual events. This award is not for Huda and me only. Each and every one of us here is a partner with us in this award. This award is a testimony of our educational, professional, industrial, and social achievements. It validates who we are. It is a positive message to our young and rising people here in the United States and in our countries of origin, the Arab world. Thank you.
Boy, this thing is heavy. Thank you so much for this incredible honor. We are truly humbled and grateful for this award. I would like to thank Ricardo and all his team for making it possible. This award is a reminder about the importance of giving back and in a small way, making a difference in the world. All of us are bound together by a common mission to foster a sense of community among Arab Americans to build and consolidate our cultural and social institutions, to support the education of our youth, to contribute to broader society here in the United States, and to further the resilience of our people back home. Thank you all again for your support and for this wonderful recognition. It's so happy. Thank you.
Our next award is for corporate leadership, and I'd like to welcome to present the award Mrs. Nabila Khashoggi and Mr. Oscar Sekali. Our awardee is a distinguished leader whose remarkable 40-year career with Chevron Corporation exemplifies excellence and innovation. As a former Executive Vice President of Technology, Projects, and Services, he played a pivotal role in advancing energy technology and overseeing major capital projects and driving global operations. A proud alumnus of the University of Illinois, he has also contributed to leadership in Chevron's operations across East Africa, the Middle East, and Pakistan.
Today, climate change is a real threat. The energy system is one of many that need to evolve to meet the needs of our changing world. And that is one of the greatest challenges of our lifetime. Historically, our industry has taken a great pride in being safe and reliable. Increasingly, we have to think about affordability and we have to think about our impact on the environment. First, we will continue to provide the energy that the world needs today, and we will be investing in new energies to power human progress. I really want us to be known and prized for being the energy company that is innovative and agile. But innovation and agility can only prosper and flourish in the right culture. And trust is the bedrock of this culture. You see, I'm an immigrant, but I was driven by the prospect of coming to the United States and all that this great country has to offer. Over the course of my career, I've had 19 different assignments and lived in fascinating places like Bangkok, London, Dubai, New York, Houston, and San Francisco. I am proud of the work my colleagues do every day to make human progress a reality for millions of people by reducing poverty and powering the world forward. If you work hard, exceed expectations, and deliver results, then opportunities will come your way. For me, I saw change as an opportunity, and I jumped on it. Leaders are not born into certainty. They, like everyone, experience change and evolve their thinking and their approaches based on what they know and how they see the world around them change. I'm going to leave it here. It fits. Good evening, everyone. It's not going to be a long speech, I promise you. I want to start by expressing my deepest gratitude to the TAKREEM board and to Ricardo. I can't see you, the light is in my face, but Ricardo's vision and dedication has given life to this remarkable organization. Standing before you tonight, I am truly humbled. The recognition is more than just a personal milestone. It is a tribute to the values that have guided me throughout my journey. From the warmth of my family home in Lebanon, to the corporate boardrooms where I learned how to lead. I was raised with an unwavering belief in family, faith, country, and self-reliance. These principles guided me through the uncertainties of Lebanon, my native land, and the challenges of building a future here in the United States, my adopted home. Nearly 50 years ago, at 17, I took my first flight to this country, leaving behind the familiar and stepping boldly into the unknown. But one thing was certain: failure was not an option. And I was determined to embrace every challenge and every opportunity. In my 40-year career at Chevron, I had the honor of working alongside brilliant people. Leadership, I learned, is not about making decisions. It's about listening. It's about adapting and earning trust. Across continents and industries, my commitment to making a positive impact never wavered. And tonight, this commitment is as strong today and tomorrow as it has ever been. So tonight, I carry with me the memory of my parents, who I know are smiling from above. To my wife, Marianne, who's here tonight, to my family here and elsewhere, to my mentors, to my colleagues, to my friends, your continued support has meant everything. I accept this honor with deep gratitude, but the journey never truly ends. It evolves. I look forward to continuing to learn, to grow, and give back. May we all continue to uplift, inspire, and shape a brighter future together. Thank you.
Congratulations, Joe. And before we continue our program tonight, I wanted to welcome somebody very special, a dignitary here from the White House, the nation's National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz, and his wife, Julie. We're going to continue with a video, and then I'll be back.
TAK Minds is more than a forum. It's a movement. Born from the shared vision of TAKREEM and TAKREEM America, TAK Minds exists to open channels of dialogue across borders, generations, ideologies, and beliefs. It was created not only to bring Middle Easterners, North Africans, and members of the diaspora together, but to bring them forward, to inspire, to connect, and to act. From keynote speeches and interactive panels to book signings, fireside chats, and bold conversations, the TAK Minds Forum is just one expression of this vision. But our work does not stop there. We tell stories. Through TAK on the Pod, we spotlight extraordinary voices, laureates, stakeholders, thinkers, and dreamers. We engage minds. Through dynamic webinars, we explore urgent issues with nuance and depth, giving our community tools to think critically and act wisely. We go global. TAK Minds is not confined to one city. It is designed to travel, to thrive in different communities across the globe, bringing people together wherever the need for unity, dialogue, and shared purpose arises. To sustain this vision, to amplify unheard voices, we need your support. Your support powers these platforms. It helps us grow, inspire, and transcend borders and beliefs. Because the world needs dialogue, empathy, and bold spaces where humanity leads the way. Let us build those bridges together.
Yes, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this evening has been so inspiring and so uplifting, and it's not even over yet. And how can I be a part of this tremendous effort? Well, I'm glad you asked. By supporting TAKREEM America, it's a 501c3 tax-deductible donation. Whatever you're able to do, we hope that you can help support this wonderful organization. Let's continue with our awards. We have another Lifetime Achievement Award to give out, and I'd like to invite Mrs. Aida Khurshid and Mrs. Deborah Sawef to come up, please. We have the honor of another inspiring husband and wife team recognizing their contributions to medicine and community service. He is a distinguished neurosurgeon who has dedicated over 30 years to advancing neurological care and improving patient outcomes. And she is an accomplished physician and professor with her own impactful work in healthcare. Beyond their professional achievements, they have been steadfast advocates for education, mentorship, and philanthropy.
Meet Richard and Kay Westmark, two extraordinary doctors and distinguished members of the TAKREEM America Board. They are healers and caretakers, transforming humanity one act of kindness at a time. Richard and Kay complete each other. The beauty of their relationship can be felt by all those who counter it. Together, the Westmarks share a profound dedication to medicine and an unwavering love for the Arab world. Neurosurgery is Richard Westmark's calling. In 35 years of medical service, he has performed over 5,000 spinal surgeries, 5,000 lives improved. His career began at the Harvard Teaching Hospital, then at the Barrow Neurological Institute in Phoenix, where he trained in advanced spine surgery. Board certified and a fellow of the American Association of Neurological Surgeons, Dr. Westmark is also an educator.
Of all the privileged leadership positions I've been able to be in, there's nothing I've treasured more than being a parent. That's kind of the way I see sharing the stage and embracing change. Because what you do is you take your kids, you feed them, you protect them, you educate them, and your hope, oddly, is for them to do better than you.
His book, My Back Hurts, A Guide to Understanding What's Wrong and Choosing the Best Treatment, is a testament to his commitment to healing. Beyond medicine, he is a visionary leader. As managing partner and chief investment officer at an alternative investment advisory firm and the founder of the global family office Westmark Enterprise, he extends his impact beyond the medical field. A great philanthropist, a generous humanist, and a dedicated friend to those in need, his personal efforts have uplifted many. Dr. Kay Westmark carries the same legacy. She is a neuroradiologist and runs the enterprise's real estate division too. A clinical assistant professor of radiology at the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston and a sought-after lecturer herself, she too offers her wealth of knowledge to the next generation of medical professionals. From MD Anderson to Dubai's Rashid Hospital, her lectures cover a range of critical topics, including MRI physics and neuroimaging. Collaborating with over 30 medical experts, she published her book, Incidental Findings in Neuroimaging, an essential guide for radiologists, neurosurgeons, and neurologists worldwide. Together, Richard and Kay Westmark embody an undefeatable elegance of spirit. They are patriots, beacons of tolerance and progress, and unwavering believers in the power of dialogue between communities and cultures. With a lifelong devotion to medicine, research, and education, they have changed lives. They have not only advanced their fields, but also expanded the boundaries of all knowledge, and with it, human dignity. For that, we are all grateful to them. Tonight, TAKREEM America is honored to recognize their achievements and celebrate their legacy with the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Richard and Kay, if you'd like to come up.
So, just to set the record straight, if anyone here needs brain surgery tonight, I haven't done brain surgery in 20 years. I'm probably not your guy. But I will say that Kay and I just are so completely honored by being here tonight. We'd like to thank Ricardo for his vision creating TAKREEM, his vision for, and his capabilities to develop it and execute it into a meaningful organization. I'd like to thank all these incredibly beautiful people in the audience, just stunningly beautiful, who've taken time out of their lives to be here. I'd really like to take a special moment to thank all these people behind the scenes, the TAKREEM team that's made our night beautiful and our day beautiful today. And I think a special thank you to these people. So I've been privileged to have success in medicine and perhaps more in business. And the thing that I've learned most along the way is the importance of role models. And that significance of role models brings me to TAKREEM, where I was fortunate decades ago to have a very dear friend, Manzar Harani, a Lebanese man, his family's here tonight, who introduced me to the Arab people and the Arab culture. And as I experienced and observed that, I came to recognize the Arab people as role models, my role model personally, and a role model that should be held out to the world. That's a role model in how to live life. It's a role model, especially I think, in how to love life. It's certainly a role model in how to survive and often shockingly thrive in a setting of adversity and conflict. And through that lens, I would say that it makes the mission statement of TAKREEM so important. The mission statement is to tell the story of Arab Americans. And I think that story goes not only to the next generation of Arab Americans, but I think importantly it goes to all Americans. And I think Kay and I stand here tonight committed to helping tell the story of the Arab American people and what a role model they represent. And it's a very special night for us. Thank you.
I can't say anything more wonderful than that, but thank you so much. The warmth that we feel from you, the importance that you show for your family and your concern that you have for your children to appreciate your culture, I think is very touching to me. And we very much appreciate this award. It's very meaningful. Thank you.
Congratulations. Our next award is for scientific and technological achievement. And I'll just ask Mrs. Yvonne Abdelbei and Dr. Walid Alami to come up to the front, please. The awardee is Professor of Aircraft Structures at Stanford University, a pioneer in computational mechanics and aerospace engineering. His groundbreaking contribution have revolutionized fields such as aeroelasticity, fluid structure interaction, and high-performance computing. His work has not only advanced scientific understanding, but also driven innovation in aviation and national security.
If we keep building airplanes that look like this, by 2030, we will not achieve the reduction of noise, the reduction of the fuel burn, and of the emissions by 75%. If I had to summarize what is an aeronautics student, there is this passion of they want to become, conquer the moon, becomes astronauts, fly F-18s. It was very difficult to build any computational model for that. And due to those great graduate students I have had, we built that model over the years. And that was really where I got all my energy to really wanted to solve real problems. I am a very proud American citizen. There is something absolutely phenomenal in the US, is that they take you for who you are. In the US, the agenda for aircraft is set by NASA. And NASA has really prioritized those objectives. Noise, aircraft are very noisy. Emissions, they're very toxic. And finally, we want aircraft that can land on short distances. This is how they're gonna look like, the airplanes that your kids are going to fly in. Autonomous landing on a carrier. This is landing successfully, completely autonomous in a calm sea. This is autonomous landing now of a helicopter in a rough sea, and is not gonna land. So that's what we're working on with digital twinning. In many engineering problems, the data is not there. This aircraft that you see here is flying with a digital twin at Stanford based on all this outcome of this research work. Science has evolved to try to understand a problem fundamentally before you try to apply it. And then as an engineer, you better apply it very well.
Professor Sharbil Farhat.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the TAKREEM America Foundation, honored guests, it is with immense gratitude and humility that I stand before you today as the recipient of the TAKREEM America Award for Scientific and Technological Achievement. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks to the jury and everyone involved in this recognition. As a Lebanese American who has dedicated my career to aeronautics and astronautics, and more recently to machine learning, this award holds profound significance for me. This journey reflects not only my personal aspirations, but also the pioneering spirit of my ancestors. Many of you may know that thinkers like Pythagoras, Euclid, Porphyry, Moccus, Marinus, and Cadmus were among the great minds of our Phoenician lineage, contributing immensely to the foundation of mathematics, philosophy, and navigation. We tend to ignore this, and we credit it always to the Greeks. Lebanon, as part of the Arab world, also shares a rich intellectual heritage with extraordinary figures such as al-Battani, Ibn Ishaq al-Kindi, and Ibn al-Haytham, who made groundbreaking contributions to mathematics, geometry, and astronomy. These scholars epitomize the dedication to knowledge that has shaped our shared cultural identity, reminding us that our pursuit of excellence in aeronautics and mathematics is part of a long tradition of inquiry and innovation. I would also like to take a moment to thank my wife, Françoise, for her unwavering support and encouragement throughout my career. Her belief in me has been a constant source of strength, and I'm truly grateful for her partnership on this journey. Most importantly, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the United States of America, which has afforded me the opportunity to pursue my dreams and develop professionally. This country has embraced my aspirations and provided a strong foundation for my research in aeronautics, astronautics, and machine learning. The emphasis on innovation and the importance placed on education have been instrumental in shaping my career, and for that, I am deeply thankful. Thank you very much.
Our next award is for cultural excellence. And I'd like to invite Mrs. Yasmina Mukarzel and Mr. Antoine Mukarzel to come up, please. This awardee is a celebrated fashion designer and luminary in the world of couture. Her creations have graced red carpets and bridal aisles worldwide. She's renowned for exquisite bridal gowns and ready-to-wear collections, bridging timeless elegance with modern sophistication. Her career spans decades, and her creations have been worn by countless celebrities and icons at the Oscars, Grammys, Golden Globes, and other prestigious red carpet events.
I came to New York City in 1983 with a few $100 and a dream.
There were her usual delicate, elegant dresses.
I mean, it was a lot sexier than she normally goes.
And she really wants her customers to experience the fashion of her garments and have fun with them.
Always attention to detail and glamour. Every single dress was completely wearable, and I love her work.
I'm excited to celebrate my 20th anniversary with Tiffany's. It's all about luxury.
There's a signature that you feel it. It's emotional. I'm a goal-oriented person. I'm going to do anything that I possibly can do to get to that goal. When I first started, all I thought in my mind, I will become a very famous fashion designer. No matter what, I will not fail. I want to make sure everything I do is perfect and that it really blends with the brand because I'm all about quality and about sustainability and long term. Nothing comes easy in the fashion industry. It's not an overnight success. It looks fabulous from the outside, but behind the scenes, there's a lot of hard work. I thought the best thing to do right now for the Middle East, starting to establish that fashion industry there, and I wanted to be the pioneer, so I thought Fashion Star would be ideal. My mood came from the Middle East. I knew that I was different than anyone else, and I was in the right place in the right time. If I was able to do it without the connections, then there's nothing that can stop you. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the TAKREEM organization and honored guests. What an incredible honor it is to stand here this evening and receive this Cultural Excellence Award, to be recognized by TAKREEM, an organization that shines a light on the brilliance and beauty of the Arab world, is a moment of deep gratitude and pride. Fashion, to me, has always been more than garments or trends. It's memory, it's identity, it's culture in motion, and at the heart of my journey is a story rooted in home. I was just a little girl when my mother first took me by the hand and led me through the souks of Lebanon. I still remember the scent of spices, the hum of voices, and the way my mother would run her fingers across bolts of fabric, feeling their texture, reading their story. She had an instinct for beauty, a quiet elegance, and an eye for detail that sparked something in me. It was in those moments, surrounded by color and tradition, that I, unknowingly, took my first step towards becoming a designer. Starting my fashion house over 25 years ago was a leap of faith. There were long nights, hard lessons, and moments of doubt, but also moments of pure joy, of seeing heritage transformed into something new, something timeless. Through it all, I have remained committed to honoring Arab craftsmanship and telling our story, thread by thread, with elegance and purpose. I want to thank Mr. Ricardo Karam, the visionary founder and chair of the board of TAKREEM. Ricardo, your mission to celebrate Arab excellence is admirable. You have created a space where stories like mine can be seen, heard, and valued. Thank you for this incredible recognition. To every young woman watching tonight, especially those who dream with fabric, with color, and with heart, I want you to know that your dreams are valid. Your culture is not a limitation. It is your superpower. Embrace it, build with it, and always carry it with pride. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
We have one more award to give, and that's another Lifetime Achievement Award. And I'd like to ask Mr. Stuart Jones to come up and Mrs. Fatima Ali Shabani to come up to present the award. This recipient has contributions that span business and philanthropy and cultural advocacy here in the nation's capital. She's dedicated decades to advancing education, the arts, and women's empowerment, serving on the boards of many esteemed organizations. She's also the founder and CEO of a global investment company, and her impact extends beyond that business acumen and champions initiatives that empower the youth and supporting institutions that celebrate Arab heritage.
Around the world, countless initiatives and individuals owe their success to the vision and leadership of Samia Faruqi. Born in Amman and raised in Kuwait, passing through Beirut, she arrived in the United States at the age of 20, settling in Washington, D.C., where she built not only a career and a family, but a legacy. A trailblazer in the arts, diplomacy, and philanthropy, Samia is the unofficial ambassador of Arab culture and heritage. At a time when Arab art had little representation in the United States, she founded Aleph Gallery, the institution that gave Arab artists a platform.
Just wanted to say congratulations on this incredible honor. Your dedication to philanthropy, to supporting the arts and culture is inspirational.
Her belief in the power of art as a bridge between cultures also led her to co-chair the Kennedy Center's International Committee on the Arts in 2008, where she launched Arabesque, a landmark festival that brought the richness of Arab performing and visual arts to America's most prestigious national stage. Beyond the arts, Samia Faruqi has long been a key figure in Washington's diplomatic, political, and business communities, forging connections between ambassadors, policymakers, and global leaders. A business owner and pioneer herself, she has played a behind-the-scenes role in fostering dialogue and understanding across nations, from the United States and Europe to the Arab world.
Samia is a force of nature, unstoppable, avant-garde, and deeply human, a passionate supporter and mentor, standing by my side in the fight against cancer as a board member of the King Hussein Cancer Center for more than 2 decades now. I count her presence in my life among my greatest treasures.
Her advocacy extends to education, particularly for children with learning differences. She has been a driving force behind the Lab School of Washington, highlighting celebrities who have overcome learning disabilities to reach the pinnacle of their fields. She is also a fierce champion of women's empowerment, backing countless women-led businesses and serving as an ambassador for Georgetown University's Women, Peace and Security Initiative.
When I led the Vital Voices Global Partnership for Emerging Women Leaders, Samia served on the board of directors and provided indispensable visionary leadership and innovation, always amazingly creative and bubbling with great ideas. Samia is always creating, guiding, leading, giving, caring.
Throughout her career, Samia has moved between worlds, a quiet but powerful diplomat for the Middle East in Washington, representing its culture, fostering connections, and furthering its interests in institutions like the Middle East Institute and the Aspen Institute. For over 50 years, she has remained a steadfast advocate for heritage, culture, and cross-cultural understanding. Asked why she does it, her answer is straightforward. I take pride in my heritage, and I want the world to see it. Tonight, TAKREEM America celebrates a successful businesswoman, philanthropist, and an unwavering ambassador for culture and humanity.
Thank you, TAKREEM, for this honor and recognition. Many thanks to Ricardo Karam and his amazing team. What a wonderful video, I really liked it. I'm blessed with having Princess Rida, as you see, as my dearest friend, and she's a gift to the world. She's doing such great work. And also Milan Verveer, who has been instrumental part of some of my most rewarding work. And I value so much the relationships I have with outstanding and talented Arab friends and artists like Laith Siddiqui. When I first heard of TAKREEM's decision to honor me, I felt conflicting emotions, pride and appreciation on the one hand, but bewilderment on the other. Was I really old enough to receive the recognition for lifetime achievement? The age element notwithstanding, this honor has made me reflect on my journey from the day I arrived in the United States to this very moment. I came to this country when I was 21 years old, a young graduate and newlywed, married a month earlier in Kuwait. I remember distinctly the excitement I felt, starting my life here, fresh from college classes, empowered by my wonderful years of learning and growth at AUB in Beirut. I remained hungry for new experiences, eager to meet new people, and ready to engage with all the kinds of ideas. I was enthusiastic and hopeful, seeking above all inspiration. I must say my wonderful husband has always magnified my energy with his ambition, love, and support. He grew up in this country. I knew it very well. He gave me what I needed to dream big and follow my dreams. Over the years, I did find inspiration in my adopted country, the United States. I witnessed passionate and committed individuals and organizations excelling in public service, education, the arts, and industry. It inspired me to no end, and why I have always sought to connect to those striving for achievement. I have also been moved to connect people to my culture and my heritage. For that reason, I feel particularly close to Takreem's vision and work, which is so essential to helping communities here and around the world appreciate the diversity, talent, and infinite possibility of the Arab world. The human mind is mind-boggling and wonderful. By aligning decades with memory, it lets us simultaneously inhabit two separate moments and gain a new level of understanding of each in the process. So on that note, as I consider that 21-year-old woman newly arrived in America, I see myself today still inspired by curiosity and still seeking the conversation. But there is one major difference between my present and my younger self. Now and tonight in particular, I have a deeper sense of gratitude, and I think that means I'm old enough to receive this award. But thank you. More importantly, I am thankful for and honored by all those who supported me in my life, who have guided me and lifted me up, for my mentors and friends, and of course, for my wonderful family, my husband, my two sons, Tariq and Ramzi, and their beautiful wives, Shiva and Dina, and my darling daughter, Dana, and my wonderful son-in-law, Mazen. And for my grandchildren, I can't forget that, who bring me so much joy, who represents the next generation of curiosity and conversation. May our work advance the causes of kindness and of civilization and preserve their freedom and the freedom of all children to live in peace and love. Thank you.
Congratulations to Samia, to all our laureates. Now I'd like to invite all the laureates and Ricardo back onto the stage for a group picture. And ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude the evening for today. Thank you for coming. Have a good night and safe travels home.